Hey everybody, wanted to do a video showing you how you can pretty much become invincible on this game. And yeah, I do mean invincible, like there's not much that's gonna kill you. Of course, I'm sure this isn't like the perfect build for everybody. This is just like an endgame build for me, and it is pretty overpowered. Like, you can just take so much damage. So I figured I would share it with some people. You will have to work your way towards this, which isn't a bad idea. I'm going to get into it right here. So this is where you're going to want all your special stats. Now, once again, you can switch these up, but this is just where I've gotten to. I kind of lean it towards a little bit more intelligence and XP gains, just because I like to rank up a little bit. You know, it also helps get that daily done. You really don't need the intelligence in this build. But, on the other hand, if you do take away the intelligence, there's not much more that you really need, depending on how you play. And this is pretty much gonna be an LMG build, like, yeah, just invincible LMG build, and you will still be very powerful as long as you get some good guns. So let's get into the perks here. Now, you might not want bare arms. I would even put on blocker level 3 instead of bare arms level 3, which I took off here. I like to rock bare arms 3 because I carry like 7 to 10 LMGs at a time, and I just find that fun. If you're just carrying 1 or 2, put blocker 3 on. Trust me, it helps a lot, actually. So yeah, and we're gonna get into these a little bit more. I was kind of switching them up here a bit too, but that's what you want under strength. This is, you know, I was going to say inspirational too, you don't necessarily need, but I just want it to be able to rank up a little bit more. And like I said, you're not really sacrificing much. Now, you do not need Master Infiltrator. That's kind of like one you can switch on and off, which I'm going to get to. I think I went a little bit wrong with this video, but, you know, we'll get to it. We're going through the strength perks again here, which is fine. So, once again, I would have blocker on over bare arms, but that might not be your preference. It's not my preference, but that will add to the invincibility of this build. These are the perks you're going to want under endurance. You know, one of them gives you extra strength and endurance during the day, and one of them gives you extra health during the night. Fireproof, life giver, all of these are going to help. Once again, inspirational. It's, you know, for XP. You know, you might find something else you might want on other than that. That's just kind of what I fit in there for this build. And like I said, you're going to have to build your way up to this because the legendary perks do help you get more perk cards on by using the letter legendary perk cards. So a lot of them I have on so I can get extra perk cards, which I'll get into it. Stabilized, I highly recommend to make sure you have that one on. It's almost a must. Gunsmith, definitely a good one. You might want to, you know, switch some of those out. I highly recommend, you know, if you're fixing weapons or fixing armor, then you just switch that out for Gunsmith when you're fixing armor and then switch it back. You don't need it on at all times. Action Boy, Born Survivor is a really good one, I think, too, because sometimes you'll just forget to stim pack, and this will automatically do it for you. You will get pushed down in your health sometimes, but that's the thing. It happens so rarely on this build, you might forget to hit that stim pack because you won't be paying attention to your health very much with this build, trust me. One Gun Army is another one you don't necessarily need. I just like to use that one for crippling the queen. Another good one would be Serendipity, and it just helps you you know, avoid incoming damage, but you have to be at low health for it to do that, and you're not really going to be at low health too often on this build, so, you know, I'm just throwing this out there. The other 3, Bloody Mess, Class Freak, Starch Genes, you're going to want to have. I didn't really get into mutations for this build because, honestly, you don't really need any mutations for this build. I would recommend Adrenal, of course, Scaly Skin, Marsupial for serums if you're going to get into those, but that's just kind of another video possibly. So they don't really matter too much. You will still be invincible, even with or without them. Now, what I wanted to say here is Master Infiltrator you do not need, but you do want Legendary Agility, Legendary Charisma, Power Sprinter is like a must with the power armor for me. Like, you can just run for days. It's so convenient. The chainsaw, the auto axe just lasts forever. It's awesome. And when you're sprinting, you won't use up agility towards that. And that's pretty much it for the legendary cards. Like I was saying earlier, you're gonna have to work your way up to these. Like, this is gonna take you a bit to unlock them all, but just kind of figure out what perk cards you think you would want before other ones, right? So just kind of work your way up to this build. If you're below level 100 or even below level 200, you probably won't have everything available yet for all of this. This is going to take a bit to work towards, but slowly but surely you will become pretty much invincible. My point is you're not going to have all of this, you know, when you start the game. I'm going to recommend the power armor, the T65 as well. I think it's the most overpowered one. That could definitely be arguable. So let me know in the comments if you think another power armor is better, but I would highly recommend the T65, which you have to complete the Wastelander's quest to be able to get. I'm not going to spoil anything, but after you complete it, you will be able to fast travel to this vault right here, and you will be able to buy plans for gold bullion. And you just go into the shed and you go down to the basement, and yeah, I'm not going to say anything about anything. You just go talk to this guy over here. Once again, you have to complete the Wastelander's quest to be able to come talk to Regs, and he will give you the plans for the T65. Now, once again, this might take you a little bit to acquire everything for it. Now, obviously, you're going to want the legs, the arms, the torso, and the helmet, right? Yeah. And then I would recommend calibrated shocks and core assembly, just for AP. Now, that's my personal preference. Maybe there's something better that you can suggest in the comments. I would love to hear it. But just, you know, legs, arms, torso, helmet, and then for the plans to buff them a little bit, you want the calibrated shocks and the core assembly. And yeah, like I said, this does take a little bit to earn all of this, but this is just something you can work towards. Or maybe you've been a bloody build and you're level 1000 and you want to try, you know, an easy invincible power armor build. I'm telling you, this is a good one. Like, if you want to just, you know, be able to get everything done for the dailies, even the daily ops, like the deadly armor piercing attacks, do not do much to this. Like, you will have more than enough time to stim pack. Like to point out too, if you use a vampire's LMG, like, you will literally be invincible. You will never die. But since you're so invincible, I would suggest using an anti-armor, a 2-shot, or something along those lines. Now, for legendary effects on the T65, you get this with the modules, and you can re-roll, or sorry, you can re-roll new legendary perks on your power armor. You won't get any when you first make the armor. I'm pretty sure about that. But what you're looking for is vanguards, and what that will do is grant you 35 plus energy resistance and damage resistance the higher your health is. Now, your health is going to be pretty much full all the time during this build if you just have some stim packs on you. It's not really hard to do. I got +1 intelligence on a couple of them because like I said, I want to still be able to rank up a little bit. This isn't the best build for ranking up, to be honest. Ammo weight reduced by 20% isn't too bad, and as you can see, I don't have a full set of vanguards yet. I'm still working towards this, but even with what I have, I'm going to show you after this how powerful this build is. It's ridiculous. Like I said, mutants is not another bad one to consider. Maybe if you're rolling vanguards and you get a mutants, maybe go on to another power armor piece and try for vanguards, because that's kind of what I did here. Now I'm trying to get my remaining mutants vanguards, because it's not easy to roll vanguards, from my experience anyway. I've spent 50 script and rolled like 1 if I was lucky sometimes. It's very close to unyielding with the Secret Service armor or other armor. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the build. It's just more or less working towards it. And like, let me show you right here. Like, there's a suicider right there. Like, didn't even take off 10 health. And I'm just standing here. I'm not even fighting back. And even with all the super mutants just shooting the hell out of me, they are not doing anything. Like, imagine if I was fighting back, especially with a vampire's gun. Like, my health would just be going up. It probably would stay full to be honest, with a vampire's gun. And that Born Survivor perk, as you see, is going to kick in. Say you're in the heat of the moment and you forget to stim pack. Oh, my health was low. That Born Survivor perk just is that little extra invincibility. It really is. And yeah, this is with me not shooting at all. Just can't do anything to me. I'm cracking my knuckles here. Here's a Mirelurk Queen. They are pretty, you know, damaging. They will kill like a bloody build, one hit. As you can see, this queen can't do anything to me. Nothing. I was just standing here. I think at one point here, she just kind of walks away. Yeah, she's like, you know what? I can't kill this guy. I'm out of here. I had to shoot her again. Like, it's like she just gave up. I'm telling you, this build is so overpowered. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect for everybody. I'm sure I'm going to hear about it in some of the comments, but I highly recommend doing this if you want to just play it safe in the wasteland and be able to get all the dailies done, expeditions done. Like, you will just fly through them with this build. You won't be as powerful as a bloody build, but you will still be powerful enough to kill everything, especially if you get some good guns. Say you have a legacy or something, you're set. Unfortunately, they'll be nerfed soon, but that's another topic. Let me know in the comments what you think, or if you would change anything. I would love to hear it. And let me know if you're going to try to do this same build, because I would love to know what you think about it after trying it for a bit. Thank you so much for all the support, everybody. Take care. Have a great night.